guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I know we have some new faces here on my channel. I wanted to give you guys a big welcome. Today we are going to be talking about drugstore eyeshadow palettes. So when it comes to drugstore eyeshadow palettes, it's really hit or miss. And one of my lovely subscribers actually brought it up to my attention that, you know, they definitely are a hit or miss. So she had this idea for me to film this video. So thank you so much if you're watching. So yeah, I wanted to include my favorite recommendations from the drugstore. I actually am thinking of doing a drugstore, like my drugstore favorite and recommendations, maybe for foundations, maybe I could do one for bronzers. Let me know if you guys are interested in that. But as always, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to be starting off with the eyeshadow palette that I'm actually currently wearing on my eyes today. And this is the e.l.f. Hit Wonders eyeshadow palette. So this has it's an 18 pan eyeshadow palette, and this retails for $14. So I like this eyeshadow specifically because if you like to go very bold, as you can tell, you do definitely have a middle row of bold colors. The other thing I like about this palette is that you can go either warm, have a couple of berry shades right here, or if you want to go very smoky, you can hang out on this side of the palette. It's very universal. I did play around with the shade Element, the shade, not very creative there when we talk about names. And then we have the shade Moth, which reminds me a lot of the ColourPop Moth shade that Raw Beauty Christie collaborated with them. And then I also used a little bit of Vibrant just to kind of make the eyes pop in the center. And I think that's it. Oh, and I brought a little bit of Summer and Heat to the top to blend everything out. But these shadows are super pigmented. Let me swatch a couple of them for you. I'll actually swatch Moss for you. And then let's see what else. Let's swatch Heat. Let's swatch Candy. I like how some of these are even have like a sheen of a multichrome. And then let's do a matte. Let's do a matte with this finger right here. Okay, so I ran out of room, but here are some of the 8 shades that are in the palette. Like I said, they're super pigmented. The only thing I would say with this palette is that you definitely want to go in with your eyes first before doing the rest of the base and your face makeup, because you definitely have a lot of fallout. Because of course, typically drugstore eyeshadow palettes do tend to have, for the most part, more fallout than some higher ends. But even with higher end brands, you do have fallout with eyeshadow. So just to keep it safe, I do definitely like to recommend going in with your shadows before doing the rest of the face. So this is definitely a good one if you like to play with color. Okay, next up we're going to be talking about the e.l.f. Bite eyeshadow palettes. Bite eyeshadow palettes. These are only $3. They're super cheap, super affordable, and they're really pigmented. I have raved about these before, so no surprise there, but these are what these look like. This is the shade Very Bad, and this one I'm not sure because I took off the sticker. Not very smart there, but these are super affordable, really good. I believe they have a 7 color scheme situation, so definitely check them out because there's definitely something for everyone. They have like a green color scheme. I've seen there's a blue, there's like a lilac quad. So this is the Very Bad palette. And then let me swatch for you the brown, very golden warm palette for you. So super pigmented. Highly recommend if you don't want to spend much, but yet you still want to have a really good eyeshadow. Hold on, sorry. Okay, so this is the brown warm tone palette that I have here. I have another one, but I don't know where it's at. It's the cream, like the very neutral shade, so definitely highly recommend that one too. I believe it's called Sugar and Cream. I can't remember, but this brown is super good. I mean, like, it doesn't even skip. It's not chalky. It's really nice. It's not streaky, which is another thing that's really hard to find with drugstore palettes. So these, I'm not going to talk about much because you already know. I highly, highly recommend. I love. Okay, moving on to, really quickly, I'm going to talk about this metallic. This is not a eyeshadow, but this is a liquid eyeshadow. So I just really want to quickly mention, this is the, what is this called? I believe they're like the liquid eyeshadows by e.l.f. This is in the shade 24 Carats. I also have Galaxy, which I could not find for the life of me before recording this video. Galaxy is more like a brown, like smoky brown, warm shade if you want to like put all over the lid, blend it out to make like create that smoky eye. It's super pretty. I wish I would have found it, but here we have 24 Carat, which is a very just standard gold. So if you're into gold, I like that it doesn't look too gold. Like it's not like an exaggerated gold. I mean, it's gold, but some of them can look very yellow. And this one is, it's a true to gold, but it's not yellow like by any means. And I like that you can blend it out if you like and just make it more sparkly. See what I mean? So there is leeway to play with it on the lids as far as blendability. So quickly just wanted to talk about that because this is a great liquid shadow for only $5, by the way. Okay, next up we have the Wet n Wild Color Icon palette in the shade Call Me Sunshine. So this eyeshadow palette has actually been quite compared to the Urban Decay Honey palette. How many of you remember that palette? I mean, Urban Decay palettes are so expensive. I believe they're like $45 per palette. I don't want to say 50. I want to say they're like 45. Are they 50? Maybe they are 50. Hold on. I'm trying to just open this palette with nails. Just hold, please. Okay, finally getting it open. This is what the palette looks like. What I was saying was that this is compared to the Urban Decay Honey's palette. I will put it right here so you can kind of see in comparison. So this has 10 shadows. Yes, 10 shadows. And this is what it looks like. This is only $5. If you're really into the warm shadows as much as I am, you need this for $5. A lot of it online has like a lot of times I don't understand the reviews online because this palette has a lot of mixed reviews and I don't know why. Maybe the other color schemes of the Color Icon collection maybe are not as pigmented as this, but I mean, they're super creamy. I'm going to be swatching this also for you because the pigment on these shadows are amazing. Like, and this has very little fallout. This is actually one of those palettes that I would say don't have much fallout at all. So super, super nice and creamy. Even the metallics, like look, right away, a lot of pigment there. This champagne here, actually, that you see here in this palette was what I applied for my inner corner highlight today. So super pretty. I have, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. What the heck? Did I even apply all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here are the shadows right here. You can't really see these two right here because they are the lightest like transition shades in the palette. So super creamy, super buttery, very pigmented. Honestly, it's such a good palette if you had your eyes on the honey palette that came out a while ago and you just didn't want to spend that much money. So definitely check out this palette if you had your eyes on that honey palette because it's very similar, and for the price point and the color scheme, I feel like you would better be off just getting something like this versus so many shadows for such a high price point. So this is really good. Okay, moving on to the LA Girl. This was actually my first palette, by the way, really quickly. This is the first eyeshadow palette I tried by LA Girl, and it blew me away that I actually have another one. But this is the Keep It Playful eyeshadow palette, and I know that there's 3 color schemes. But LA Girl is actually one of those very affordable brands. And I mean, their stuff is really, really good. I have not yet to try the color corrector and concealer that they're really well known for. I mean, they're super old. I remember back in the day people were raving about them, but I actually never tried. So I'm curious to see and try those out. I don't know how well they perform, but everybody has been raving about those for a long time. So let me know what else you would recommend from the brand LA Girl, because the only thing I have tried so far from them is just these two eyeshadow palettes that I have in today's video. But I would really like to know your thoughts on other products, even anything drugstore. Let me know what are your favorite drugstore products. But this is what the color scheme looks like for this specific palette. Really nice if you're into like the very like orangey berry color scheme situation. So we have a couple of metallics right here. So we have 5, we have 3, we have good transition shades right here. We have a nice warm brown, so that's really good for deepening up your look. You definitely need a warm brown in your eyeshadow palette. Like, it's one of my biggest things when I'm looking at an eyeshadow palette. I need a good brown. So definitely have it here. I'm going to swatch it for you. See that? Ivory shade, it's even really pigmented just swatching it. Let me swatch really quick and I'll be right back. Okay, one thing I want to say before I even show you these swatches is that I apologize for my swatching. It's not the best, but bear with me. So we have this shade right here. It's unreal. I like it because it's very like galaxy cosmic to me. I don't know why. These shadows just remind me of that. It has that really pretty like purple pink but silver undertone to it. And then we have really pretty 2 berry sheens. Again, the matte transition shade right here. We have a nice brown right there swatched for you. And then this nice perfect champagne pink shadow right there. So super nice pigmented shadows. Really nice if you're looking into this color story for a eyeshadow palette and such an affordable price. This one is only $9, so super affordable and great quality. Almost done with this video. So next up we have the LA Girl, the Nudist palette. So this is going to be for those of you that don't like that much color. You like your basic nudes. You like to go maybe smoky or very natural. This is a shadow for you. This palette has such a nice mirror. Like, look at that. Such a nice big mirror. And it's just great. None of these palettes that I've shown you before, besides this one and the next one you'll see, have really great mirrors. So like I said, this is going to be for your very basic eyeshadow looks. Like those of you that don't like to play like I said, with color, this is for you. Let me swatch it for you. This has everything you need in the warm nude category. It just has everything, but it's very minimal. So I like that. Okay, so I swatched most of them, but I couldn't swatch like these nudes right here because they're just way too light. Or actually, let me swatch this white looking one. This is good for like a smoky eye, and then you want to maybe add a little bit of like brightness to the inner portion of the eye. Let me swatch it for you. So there's that nice cream. Looks white, but it's more like a cream. Like I said, it's good for brightening up that inner portion of the eye if you've done like a smoky eye, but you need a little bit of brightening up to do. So this is really nice. Like I said, I wanted to kind of have something for everyone. If you love color or if you like I said, nudes. Really great palette. This one is only $11, so super affordable. And it has a lot of shadows, great mirror. It's really sturdy, like tin packaging, so really nice. Okay, last but not least, we have the Revolution Forever Flawless palette. And this is really, really nice packaging. Like, it has the tin, which I kind of like. I know that some people maybe not like this tin packaging, but I feel like it's very sturdy, very compact. It's not like cardboard, which can make products look cheap, which none of these have cardboard, but I really like this sturdy packaging. And wait till you see what's inside. So this nice full mirror that you have in here, okay? And you have this 18 shadow pan, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 18, yes. 18 shadow pan. So this definitely has a lot of warm tones, which I'm sure you definitely know that by now. But again, it has a little bit of mauve, it has a little bit of purple, it has a little bit of cranberry. Again, going with the cool tones. If you don't want to play too much with dark shades, you have a little bit for the everyday. Really, really nice eyeshadow palette. This is one of those eyeshadow palettes that's just really nice. How much does this cost? I will list down below, but I believe this one's only $15. So again, super affordable. I don't think I picked anything over $15. I wanted to keep it super affordable. So let me swatch it for you because I know that's the most exciting part of this video. Okay, so here are the swatches. I apologize, like I said, I should have done it more on my arm, but it is what it is. So, okay, so again, like I said, you have a lot of options here. Really nice pigmented shadows. This one has to be probably, never mind, I was gonna say this has to be my favorite, but I love all these shadows that I included in today's video for different reasons. The mattes and the metallics are super pigmented in this palette, and I love the packaging and the mirror. But I do love, like I said, every palette that I included in this video for different reasons. But this is one of those palettes that if you're really into this color scheme, you need this palette in your life. Like, you need it. So yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I don't think I have anything else to say. Please let me know if you guys like these types of videos, giving you like my top recommendations for certain specific drugstore categories. I think I want to do a drugstore version for foundations because, again, foundations can be really tricky, especially now that we can't really try foundations at the drugstore. It's really hard to know, okay, like what foundation formula is good. So let me know if you guys are interested in that. Please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you guys so much. Bye.